I'm here sitting next to a little river as part of decompressing and providing a little bit of meditation for my goals and expectations in life. I've noticed that coming to the woods in general provides a lot of perspective in terms of longevity of a human life, the things that our aspirations and our goals. It soothes me a lot to realize that regardless of whether or not I exist, that this environment, this beautiful place, will always continue to flourish, and that the organisms and the elements will continue to interact in a way that life intends. I think for anyone that feels that they're particularly stressed out, they have a lot on their plate, or they have goals that are bigger than perhaps the expectations of a lot of people around them, the woods can provide a lot of sanctity, a lot of perspective, and may or may not be required. So one of my friends got me a book from Barnes & Noble as I was closing in the city. And it's kind of this fiction novel about, this world-ending situation and these prophecies and whatnot. And one of the main characters is a forester, basically in charge of maintaining the forest around certain villages so that weather has less of an impact on their livelihood. And these people kind of go out and spend their entire lives, in the forest, attempting to understand it, attempting to restore it. My aspiration one day is to get powerful enough, wealthy enough, know enough people so I can keep places like this going. The term that comes to mind most often, for me at least, is Transcendental Meditation. There's a bunch of writers that talked about the power of the woods and the perspective that they give you. I believe it's a perspective that every human should have. So I made my way to Hudson Meadow, which is a really beautiful, particularly beautiful place in my opinion, in the Wissahickon in Philadelphia, which is basically a park system that provides probably a lot for the populace, for people that are looking to get away from the city life. And I've been here at all different times of the year, just because it gives me a nice perspective on how awesome these things are. Like if you come here during the spring sometimes, you'll see a bunch of flowers. During the summer you'll see different flowers. In the fall you'll see different flowers. You'll see different birds. It's a glorious place. And now I wonder why I come out here, this particular spot, so often. There's something about a meadow, kind of an opening in the woods, that is kind of singular. You have all these trees, these tall trees, and then sooner or later there's an opening.
Thank you. Just me.
No worries. There's an opening, And all this different life exists out here. All these different insects, all these different birds. And a lot of them spend a lot of their time just right here, cultivating their families. Walking through has brought me a lot of peace. I hope you find something like that where you are. It's well worth the drive. I've been walking for a little while now, and I noticed that my breathing's gotten a lot slower. My footsteps have gotten a lot lighter. I feel the coolness of the forest. I'm beginning to hear more of the noises in the forest. And I keep coming across these little reforestation sites where clearly a lot of work has been done by individuals, probably a larger company. And, I can't help but think about when it comes down to getting things done, you need people in the field. You need people who are being interacted with personally and are personally taking charge of, for instance, planting each one of these trees, the compassion that's required for them to grow. And you need someone who has the vision to make such projects a reality. You need someone that believes genuinely in this circumstance that this stretch of woods deserves intimate attention. And I think it's very important that as a society, as a people, we start recognizing that it is almost our responsibility to play one of those roles. There's someone that's going to go and plant those trees physically, or someone that is going to actually make the process a reality. Which will you be? So there comes a time where you are very comfortable in life, aka you've walked through the woods for a little while to soothe yourself and film this one of maybe many videos. That you have to leave. You have to go. You have to go back to your life in the working world with big cars and big buildings. Letting go of the embrace of nature to a degree. So I suppose I'll mention what I may have learned from this walk. One, that taking your phone into nature can detract from the experience a lot of the time. The intimate connection that you have is severed as soon as you attempt to record it or take a picture of it. Shows me the importance of moments, the importance of novelty. I was also out here trying to sell albums, and it was funny because I stopped like two people, and I tried to strike up a conversation. I'm a terrible salesman currently, but I just felt wrong. I felt wrong about attacking people in a degree about their beliefs or about maybe their money that they have, that they're willing to spend on artwork in an environment like this. This to me is like home, right? When you're at home and you're relaxing, ideally, I don't know what home you have, but you don't really want any external stimulus that's not in your control. I also learned that my dedication or my investment in these types of walks and this type of transcendental meditation is really beneficial if I allow it to be. Anyway, food for thought. Godspeed.